Hey guys, happy Saturday to you. I know it's a Saturday, it's not a Monday, so this is not the normal weekly update, but this is some important information for you to know for next week. So, effective on Monday, we will start using our foam cups for milkshakes. We will no longer use these for milkshakes, and this is the small foam cup. And the reasoning is we believe that this is going to provide a better product. And as a market, we're switching over to these. And so for consistency and to ensure that we serve the best product possible, that's why we're switching if the guest asks. It just stays colder in these. No, it is not economically, or no, not economically, environmentally as friendly. But also we're going to be using the dome lids. So there are two different dome lids, one for this cup and one for this cup. And so we've purchased another dome lid for this. And so on Monday, we'll be using whipped cream and cherry with a dome lid on these. So just so you're aware of that. Also, we are now serving cherry Coke. So we no longer have mellow yellow. We do not have the stickers for the mellow yellow or for the Coke, cherry Coke yet. They are on order, so they should be here next week. So all three towers will now have cherry Coke if a guest asks, or you can obviously suggest it. No biggie, but for the team as well. I think it'll serve much better, serve our guests much better than the mellow yellow did. Those that got mellow yellow or come in that are upset and just say, based on the people that wanted the mellow yellow, we no longer serve it because it didn't sell well. And so we've decided just to switch it over to cherry Coke. Also, I really like when months end and when months begin. And I know that's crazy, but for me, it's a very clear defined line of when something stops and when something can start. Yes, also things can continue from last month, but from a business perspective, it's really good because yesterday was the 31st, today is the 1st. If we wanted to change a behavior, yesterday was the finish line and today is the starting line. I want to carry over some things as well, but one thing that I want to make sure that we're aware of is for the month of July, some of our customer service scores just dipped pretty drastically. And I think some of that has to do with obviously masks, some of that has to do with the amount of surveys that that people are taking. We're not getting as many. And so here are some things that I want to be focusing on as we move forward. We must speak enthusiastically even through our masks and speak at a pace that the guests can understand. And so we gotta speak not too super fast, speak enthusiastically, and also understand that we will serve each guest like they matter. And so that means that our backs aren't to the guest, that we're greeting each guest proactively. And so it's a super simple way to increase our attentive and courteous. And it matters because the more friendly we are, the more people return. Another thing I want to make sure that we're working on is, and I talked about in the last video, is the way that we communicate. And so each guest needs to understand if they're waiting, why they're waiting. And so we as a team need to do our job to ensure that they're informed along the process. And that goes for mobile orders, that goes for curbside orders, that goes for DoorDash orders. Again, we treat each guest like they matter, and so that's one way we can do that. It also helps with perspective on speed. I understand that we're going to have lulls and we're going to have rushes that come in those slow times, and we can't just have food super fast. And so we want to communicate when a guest is going to wait a little extra, why they're waiting. In order to ensure that you have a fresh product, that will take about 5 minutes to cook that item, just so you're aware. And so some key things that we measure in customer service are speed, taste of food, the attentive and courteousness of our people, cleanliness, and then overall satisfaction, which is an overall perspective on the visit. So prioritizing mobile orders, giving guests fast, fresh food, and communicating consistently. And I think that will help tremendously for us. Just a reminder, on Saturdays, you can wear your t-shirt. If you hadn't gotten it yet, please come by and pick it up. Let a leader know. The month of July, sales, we were down for about 20% compared to last year. but given the situation, it's understandable. We're going to come out on top. I'm fully confident in that. The drive-through stuff is still in the mix, but we always want to grow. We always want to get better. We want to push each other to grow and to pursue new opportunities. So just a reminder, milkshakes on Monday, dome lid, whipped cream and cherry. We now serve cherry Coke. We no longer serve mellow yellow. And one last thing, starting next week, we will now be open 10 to 7. No longer 10:30 to 7, 10 to 7. We're finding that a lot of guests get here and we have a line right as we open, and so they're waiting on us. So now it'll be 10 to 7. Next thing we'll do is likely push back our closing time to be 7:30 or 8. So we'll gradually get there. Appreciate you guys and your flexibility. We'll talk to you soon.